I want to talk about the British Championships today because the British Championships is coming back very, very soon. It's coming to Derby Arena on the 29th and 30th of January. It'll be the first proper arena competition, like the kind we got used to back in 17, 18, 19. It'll be the first competition since COVID, proper competition. And added into that, it's Commonwealth Games qualifier. Now, the competition itself is going to be 3 competitions rolled into one. It's going to be the British Powerlifting Championships, there's going to be a British Masters competition, and then there's going to be a British Seniors competition, which doubles up as the Commonwealth Games qualifier. Now, a little bit of a rewind, because for anyone who's lived under a rock for the last year, year and a half, we have had competitions during COVID, but there was a bit of a controversial one this summer. And I wanted to make this video to clear a few things up, explain to you what the process is going to be, so that when the competition rolls round, everyone knows exactly what's going on, everyone knows the criteria for qualifying, and people get the chance to qualify. So take yourself back to this summer, and we were kind of in lockdown, like hybrid lockdown, whatever you want to call it. And British weightlifting basically had to put on a competition. For the purposes of Commonwealth Games qualification, they had to put on a competition. So it was decided that there was going to be a British Championships held, but it was going to be an invitation-only competition. So Wales would get to nominate lifters, Scotland, Northern Ireland, England, etc., etc. Now, added into this mix at the time, which not a lot of people know, I haven't heard many people talking about it, British weightlifting actually lost their competition manager right at the start of the year. So what that meant was they were trying to organise a competition, and the main man who'd been organising competitions, certainly as long as I've been involved, was gone. He'd gone to another job, and so it fell to someone else who hadn't run competitions before. So quite a lot of work was dumped in their lap. So they had quite a bit to deal with, a lot of angry people ringing them up, asking why they weren't invited to the competition. Anyway, competition goes ahead. I think it's fair to say there's quite a bit of disquiet between the members and British weightlifting. I think British weightlifting could have done a better job communicating it. But mistakes were made, it is what it is, that's in the past. Anyway, so the competition was held, people were able to start qualifying for the Commonwealth Games next year in August. Anyway, since then, British weightlifting have now got a new competition director, a guy called Chris Williams, extremely competent, like you will never have a problem with Chris. If you email him, you'll be replied to within the day. If you want something, he's the man to talk to, excellent at his job. Anyway, he's come in, put a competition structure in place, and they have already released the qualification procedure for the British next year. So, I'm going to run over it nice and clearly, and anyone watching, you'll know exactly what the qualification procedure is. So, first off, it's going to be one nomination from each of the home nations. So that's one from England, one from Scotland, one from Wales, one from Northern Ireland, and then I assume if there's other countries like Channel Islands, Isle of Man, that sort of thing, I imagine they won't nominate in many categories, but they will also be able to nominate. Then there's going to be the next 5 ranked lifters from each category in the UK rankings. Now, these rankings are going to go off 2021. So if you have not lifted in 2021, you cannot lift in this competition. It's that simple. You can't say, oh, but I did a total in 2018. Doesn't matter. Totals from 21, rankings from 21. Added to that then, British weightlifting also have 3 wildcard entries. So I imagine this will be for people who either haven't lifted this year for injury or whatever, or people who have potentially moved up a category, moved down a category, and haven't qualified in their respective categories, but are looking to try and qualify for the Commonwealth Games in next year. So I imagine those wildcard spots will only go to people who are looking at going to the Commonwealth Games, but I don't know, I'm not picking the wildcard spots. Now, I suppose at this point you could say, if you're not ranked in the top 5 in Britain and you equally aren't nominated by your home nation, do you deserve to go to the British? You might say that. I might say that. Who knows? I am saying that. But them's the rules. That's what we've got to deal with. But yes, so basically what you need to do if you want to lift at this competition is go on the rankings. You need to check where you sit in the rankings, and you need to look at who's above you. If you're in the top 5, awesome, you're probably going. If you're not in the top 5, you need to look at who's above you. Are they going to get nominated by their home nation? Are they potentially going to get a wild card? Do you need to lift again before then? If you need to lift again, you haven't got many opportunities, so you really need to think about that. And basically, you need to sort your lives out. I think, given that British weightlifting have given us this information well ahead of time, I think there's no excuse really. I know everyone sitting there knows a weightlifter who you text them to say train at 10, and if they arrive at 11:30, you're very lucky. So all of you people out there sitting there watching this, admin's up your arse. You need to sort your life out and you need to get yourself a total, because I don't want to hear any whinging in January. We can whinge about the criteria if you want, but you can't whinge that you didn't know about the criteria. If I knew about it, then you should know about it. All I did was go on the website. It's nice and simple. So top 5, home nation nomination, 3 wildcards. Nice and simple. Couple of sort of ancillary points to that. There is definitely going to be a live stream. I've confirmed that with Chris. I don't know on whether it's going to be a commentated live stream. I believe the plan is for a commentated live stream. If there is a commentated live stream, I'm not busy that weekend, so I would love to do it. I know Gaz would, so we'd be very keen to do that. I haven't received a formal invite, but who knows. What else is going on? Tickets are going to be sold. There's definitely going to be spectators allowed. Like I say, it's Derby Arena, so it should be quite a good competition. And what else? Any other points? No, can't think of any other points. So 29th, 30th of January next year. Qualification ends on the 13th of December. That's the point that I missed. 30th of December, so you need to have done a total by 30th of December. If you haven't, don't whinge. And any questions, you need to speak to Chris Williams. He's excellent. He has excellent communication. Contact him and he will help you out.